Mr. Kenny Brown.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, first of all, pretty amazing what you did up there tonight on stage. I want to know just a little bit about your journey when you started playing the guitar. What inspired you? And because that's something very unique that you do. I know it's very difficult to play that much stuff and sing as well at the same time. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of talent.
But I'm 57 years old, and I started when I was 2.
Okay.
And I just learned how to do it last year.
Yeah, so like, did you start when you were like 3 or 4 years old? Is that when you found yourself with a guitar?
10,
okay.
10 or 11. But I was a slow learner. I didn't learn a lot until, well, Joe Calvert moved in next door to me and started teaching me. And that helped a lot.
And you were how old at that time?
12.
Okay, so you were like before you became a teenager, you were like really into the guitar.
Well, that's when I got turned on the blues, when I was about 12.
Okay.
And then I met R.L. Burnside and Johnny Woods and all those cats when I was about 17 or 18. It's been just one interesting journey since then.
When you first started playing, I was actually backstage, and I didn't realize that it was just you and a drummer.
Oh, really?
I mean, I was thinking there was just a couple more people on stage. I mean, because your guitar is just doing so many little things. But really enjoyed the performance.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah.
How did you feel about being here tonight at Roots? Like,
this is a nice place, man. You know, appreciate y'all having me up here.
I think the crowd was with you pretty well tonight too.
Y'all put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, a lot of your playing is in the local area there. Are you doing a lot of touring out?
Oh no, I mean, you know, go places well, you know, like New Orleans and Georgia and Minneapolis, or go overseas, and you know, go out, you know, for weekends and stuff. You know. I don't go out and stay for 6 weeks or 6 months or anything.
Okay. Tonight, for just a second, you mentioned about when you were 5 years old, you go out to your truck with your friend and you were listening to the blues on the stereo in the truck. Do you have any memories of specifically at WSM growing up?
Well, I don't know which radio station it was. You know, I was, you know, like 5 or 6 years old, and we'd go sneak out in the car. And at that time, if they didn't lock the ignition, you didn't have to have a key to turn it on to the AC.
Yeah.
You could turn it on to AC and listen to the radio. So my friend was a little bit older than me, and he lived with us when I was 5 or 6 years old. And he would sneak me out, and we would go out and listen to the blues station. And later on, I got hearing all these blues songs, and I'd think, man, I've heard that before. I know I've heard that, you know. And then one day I was talking to him. I said, man, I hear these songs, and I know I've heard them before. He said, oh, and this was like 15 years later. He's like, oh yeah, we used to sneak out and sit in the car and listen to that. He said they played all that stuff.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man. It's probably safe to say Nashville was having quite a bit of influence on you.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of what WSM was doing was just so influential on so many artists around the country, around the world.
In the United States, it seems like most of the music that was worth a shit, you know, especially from the 50s on, came from around that area. To me, it did.
And who are some artists that you would say are your major influences, people that you really admire and respect?
Oh man, there's so many of them. Gosh, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Muddy Waters, Elmore James, Howlin' Wolf, Allman Brothers, Johnny Winter, all, you know, just everybody, Paul Butterfield. There's just so many. I just learned from everybody I could.
All right, man. Well, I want to say that we're very honored to have you here tonight. I enjoyed the performance, as I mentioned earlier. I think that everybody here loved what you did. And
I hope so.
You're rocking the house, man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.